Hi, I'm Tim Wynne-Jones, author of The Ruinous Sweep. I knew from the age of 11 I was going to be a world-famous architect. So I put all of my energy into being a world-famous architect. And then I got thrown out of architecture school after the third year because they were afraid that if I designed buildings, people might die. So, I was not fit for this, so I joined a rock band, and that's when I started writing. I was a lead singer in a rock band, and I started writing songs, and it occurred to me that if people were going to have to listen to these songs, I should try and write them really well. And actually, so I started with songs, writing songs, and the songs started getting very long, and when you start having chapters in the songs, there's something not working anymore, so out of that came the book. So I didn't really start writing until I was an adult. I realized that that there was a murder mystery involved, and I wanted Beatrice to solve it. And I just love Bea. I'm crazy about her. She took over, as far as I'm concerned, it's her book. And she's incredibly smart and brave and foolhardy at one point, but brave enough. Me. I love it. I'm going to buy all the copies. No, I think it's dark. It's I think it's the darkest book I've written yet. And it's a murder mystery. You have to write the book that only you can write. It's no use. You just have to put aside everybody else's things that they're doing, wonderful things that are going on all around you. You have to write your book. And I have to remind myself, all the time of that. I used to love it when I wrote picture books and kids would say the most amazing things. And so there's a lot of memorable things there. I think the most memorable response to a book that I've had in recent years was with Blink and Caution. And I've got a lot of letters and people I would meet when I was out on the road who couldn't believe that it was written in the second person. At least Blink's part of the book is all in the second person. And they thought it was like, how do you do that? Isn't that really hard? And the truth of the matter is, I didn't even know I was doing it. I sat down one morning and started writing the first chapter, and I suddenly realized I was writing in the second person, which sounds nutty, but I went, oh, okay, well, I can fix this later. I just wanted to keep. And then I realized that it was a voice talking to Blink. It wasn't, and that suddenly was really interesting. And people have written to me about that. And then people also write guessing who that other person is, because they're never actually identified. And every now and then they get it right. It was a personal event, and actually it was a kind of terrifying thing that happened to me. And then I was driving home one day and I saw a car off the highway standing on its front, like straight up in this. It was spring, and there was the forest on the side of the road there was water in it. It was flooded. And this car was standing straight up, and there was no cops there or anything yet. I don't know if it had just happened or not. And it just was such a startling image. And then I began to put things together and realized, I think I am going to be able to write this story. And then it was shortly after that I realized I'm traveling in Dante's territory here. I think a lot of people who write, certainly when I work with a lot of students who, they have the story they have to write because of something that's happened to them in their life that they are trying to make sense of. And that's how I make sense of the world, is through narrative, not through analysis, but through turning it into a story.